Welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often overlooked, the dark side of CAPA, or corrective and preventive actions. We'll explore what happens when these actions stop being meaningful and instead become just routine paperwork. Let's uncover why that matters and what we can do about it. Let's start by understanding what CAPA is really about. CAPA stands for Corrective and Preventive Action, but it's not just a filing system. It's a quality improvement system designed to help us identify problems, fix them, and stop them from happening again. Corrective action tackles issues we've already found, while preventive action aims to stop potential problems before they arise. A strong CAPA cycle moves through clear steps, from detecting the problem, investigating it deeply, assessing risks, taking action, and verifying effectiveness, all the way to continuous improvement. We've all seen it, CAPA that looks perfect on paper but falls apart in practice. Let's call these the paper CAPA warning signs. First, retraining operators without changing the process itself. Second, revising SOPs that don't actually fix the root problem. Third, closing CAPA without any real effectiveness data. Fourth, blaming human error without digging into why the error happened. Fifth, treating repeated deviations as isolated events instead of spotting trends. Sixth, closing CAPA just because the due date arrived. And seventh, declaring success simply because no complaints showed up, without solid evidence or enough time to know. Remember, a CAPA closure date is just a milestone, not proof it worked. Let's look at a real-world example from Sun Pharmaceutical Industries. The FDA found serious quality issues across multiple inspections and sites, leading to warning letters and import alerts. This shows us that when problems keep coming back, just writing a CAPA, tweaking an SOP, or retraining staff isn't enough. We need a deeper approach, one that tackles root causes, management oversight, quality culture, and how well investigations and CAPAs actually work. It's about connecting the dots across the whole system, not just fixing paper. Let's look at a real-world example from Intas Pharmaceuticals. In 2026, the FDA issued a warning letter because their CAPA process wasn't stopping recurring out-of-specification assay results. The investigations were seen as inadequate, and the corrective actions didn't address the root problems. This teaches us that CAPA isn't just about checking boxes, completing actions, revising SOPs, or training staff. It's about reducing recurrence, supporting root causes with science, assessing the full scope, evaluating related systems, understanding product impact, and proving effectiveness. That's how CAPA really works. Let's talk about a serious issue at C-Dimex India Pharma. Since 2023, there were around 1,500 lab incidents flagged by the FDA, mostly out-of-specification results and other critical analytical problems. The FDA found many investigations didn't dig deep enough to find the real root causes, leading to weak corrective actions. This creates a cycle. A problem pops up, the investigation misses the mark, the fix isn't strong, and the same issue repeats. Over time, this leads to what we call CAPA inflation, hundreds of corrective actions, but the core problem stays unresolved. When it comes to corrective actions, training isn't always the answer. It's often the last step in a hierarchy that starts with eliminating the chance for failure altogether. First, we redesign the process to prevent errors. Then, we add automated controls where they make sense. Independent checks come next, followed by improving procedures. Only after all that do we train personnel. Training should support a strong process, not patch up a weak one. Too often, the easy fix is retraining, but that misses the real questions. Was the procedure confusing? The interface unclear? Was there too much to remember? We need to dig deeper to fix the root cause. When we talk about spotting a paper CAPA, we mean a corrective action that looks good on paper but doesn't really fix the problem. To catch these, we ask 5 key questions. First, did the original problem come back? We check deviations, complaints, audits, anything that signals a repeat. Second, was the root cause truly evidence-based or just labeled human error? Third, was the CAPA proportional to the risk? Serious issues need more than a quick memo. Fourth, do we have objective proof the CAPA worked? Trends, audits, error rates all matter here. Finally, was the time frame long enough to show real, lasting control? When we talk about effectiveness in corrective actions, vague statements like operator trained just don't cut it. Instead, we need clear, measurable outcomes like no repeat errors over a justified number of batches, backed by solid data. A strong CAPA goes beyond quick fixes. It standardizes labels, uses unique IDs, adds barcode checks, tightens line clearance, trains staff, monitors errors, and verifies results objectively. This approach moves us from just closing a paper trail to actually controlling the problem for good. We often think a CAPA is successful just because it's closed. But really, success comes when the problem is truly controlled, and we've stopped it from happening again. That's sustained quality improvement. To get there, we need a solid formula, a thorough investigation, finding the real root cause, taking risk-based action, strong implementation, and an objective check to confirm effectiveness. Instead of just counting closures, we measure what really matters, like recurrence rates, competency, and whether risk has actually gone down. That's the new way forward. As we wrap up, let's focus on the dark side of CAPA. A mature pharmaceutical quality system steers clear of treating CAPA as just paperwork, punishment, routine training, or a simple closure metric. Instead, CAPA should be about learning deeply, finding root causes, reducing risks, and improving the whole system. Remember this: if the same problem keeps triggering new CAPAs, the issue might not be the problem itself. It could be the CAPA system that needs fixing. As we wrap up, here, a look at the key references that have shaped this discussion. They include important FDA regulations on quality control, personnel qualifications, and investigations. We also drew on international guidelines like ICH and EU GMP chapters, plus the PIC-S and WHO standards. Finally, real-world examples from recent FDA warning letters highlight where companies have struggled with investigations and corrective actions. These sources ground our insights in both regulation and practical experience. If you found this presentation useful, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Share it with your pharmaceutical colleagues. Let's spread the knowledge. And I'd love to hear from you. Comment below with the biggest CAPA failure you've seen in GMP. Follow along for more practical insights on CAPA, deviation management, root cause analysis, and everything around pharmaceutical quality systems. Let's keep learning together. Thanks for joining me today. If you need any more support or have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you.